All right, one. We're gonna do it on three this time, Chuck.
Okay,
I
thanks. I got it.
delay.
This
All
should
right.
be in the bloopers too.
Yeah, exactly. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh. An engineer, a math professor, and a sweet corn breeder. With our powers combined, we are 3 guys and a bottle of bourbon.
What could go wrong?
Welcome to another edition of 3 Guys and a Bottle of Bourbon. Tonight we are going to taste and review Remus Repeal Reserve number 4. So this is the 2020 medley. This is a blend of 2 different 12-year bourbons. This is distilled and distributed by MGP. So MGP is a giant distiller. A lot of source bourbons come from MGP, but this is their own label. So this is the 4th in the series, and we're gonna give it a go here.
All right.
All right.
So this is the newest one. It just came out, so you can probably still find the 4th batch around.
Yeah, I think the release was actually earlier in the year, sometime June, July, but
yeah, gotta go hunting quick.
Mm-hmm. But this is also one of those brands that a lot of people don't know about yet, just because it doesn't have that Buffalo Trace distillery attached to it or anything like that. So, I mean, there's a lot of bourbons out there that are really, really expensive and rise that are just MGP. So you can find this a whole heck of a lot cheaper. We're talking $85 range, where some MGP products like Willet, you're going for $250, $300.
Yep.
Yeah. It's all,
Yeah,
I mean, really, if you're drinking bourbon for very long, it's all about finding value at the end of the day. It's fun to try different things. I'm a fan of trying different things, but at the end of the day, if you don't want to break the budget, you got to find a way to get value.
Yeah.
What are you guys picking up on the nose?
Definitely get some oak so you get that age statement in there.
Yep. Pick up a little bit of oak from that 12-year bourbon.
Yeah.
Get some vanilla and caramel on the nose. Yep.
Yeah. And I mean, the age kind of comes through. You're probably a light copper. Sorry, but not the age. The age comes through on the color. So you probably get I would say a light copper on the color there. So anything younger, you're probably not quite at the copper level.
Kind of gives way into the palate with a little bit of a licorice start. Pick up a little bit of that rye spice from the high rye bourbon. We're still there. You get a little bit of that the spice kind of tingles on the tongue. Get a little bit of the fruit at the start of it.
No, this is one for me where I feel like this isn't a bourbon I'm going to probably consume in like 5 minutes if I have a pour. This has a finish that I'm going to enjoy for a while. So if you're kind of sitting in the chair for the evening or just relaxing for the evening, doing whatever, this is one I think you would enjoy probably over, a half-hour period, coming back to letting the finish linger, and just kind of enjoying the different flavors that exist there.
Yeah, and it just keeps going and going. It's one of those that just completely coats your mouth. You get nice in the jawline, and it's just there. You can set it down, and you're gonna just keep getting that tingle and those flavor notes and everything like that. It's got a great finish on it.
Yeah. I think a punch right here is kind of right where you get some of that flavor and just that finish. So I'm enjoying this a lot.
Yeah.
I would probably go. I would buy if it was on the shelf. That's where I'm at.
Oh man, skipping all the way to the final recommendation.
Oh, sorry. I'm getting ahead of the game here.
So yeah, so like we said, for the final breakdown, the price is around $85, depending on where you find it. Obviously, it's going to change and different things like that. I was actually lucky enough about a week and a half ago here in Kentucky to pick up a batch 1 for $85, which you'll probably see in a future episode. Availability is, I would say, limited. It really depends on the area. We're just now getting it kind of here in Kentucky, so that's why I can find some batch 1, but like in another store, it'll be batch 4. So it's really kind of hit or miss on that right now. What are we going to give the nose out of 5?
It's in the top echelon, so I'm at a 4.
Yeah, I got
Not too much there.
3.5, 4. I can be talking to a 4. How about you, Brian?
Yeah, I would definitely 4.
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt, for me, the taste is a 4. It's really, really good. You get a ton of flavors. You get a little bit of that oak for the age statement. So for me, it's definitely a 4.
Yeah, this particular one, it depends on your personal preference. Do you like the aromas of your bourbon? Do you like the finish of the bourbon? Do you like the palate of the bourbon? This particular one, I feel like the palate is really the peak. You guys may disagree, but I feel like the palate is the peak of this bourbon. That's where its strongest point is. It's strong all over, but really, it's that palate is phenomenal.
All right, and the finish?
I think this is where it takes a little step back for me, kind of like what Brian was saying. The nose is very good. The palate maybe is your peak, and then the finish is still very solid. But it's I guess a little bit less than overall as far as the nose and the palate. So I'm at a 3.5.
Yeah, I would agree that like with your nose, you're getting a lot of complexity, and your taste, you're getting a lot of complexity, and then your finish is it's like 2 notes. You're getting the oak and maybe a little bit of caramel on there, and or spice, and it just sits there. There's not as much going on as you had on the nose and the taste. So yeah, 3.5.
Well, I would say if you're someone that doesn't particularly enjoy like a very strong lingering finish, this does do a good job of, I think, lingering at a subtle level versus some of the more potent, peppery ethanol finishes that you might come across.
Yeah.
So you might consider it a little bit better than that if you're someone that more is, you're more of a palate focused drinker.
Yeah. If you
or just someone who wants to get a nice bottle and you're kind of maybe early in your bourbon drinking game or career. I think this has a finish where you feel like I'm really getting something good for my value.
Yeah, I would compare it to like if you like 4 Roses, if you like a really herbal rye type finish, like all those spices, and spices is really your game. This will hit it out of the park for you. You'll be at a 5.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah. So final recommendations: are you going to leave it on the shelf? Are you going to buy it, or are you going to hunt it? So we'll go with you first, Brian, since you already spilled the beans.
I'm going to buy. I'm probably not hunting necessarily, but if I see it and I have the opportunity, just at that price point for what I'm getting, I go, yes, thank you very much.
Sure.
And go to the cash register, pull out the credit card, hide it from the wife.
Good luck on that one.
She pays the bill.
Dangerous business.
Yeah, she pays the bill, so it wouldn't last long. I'd enjoy those 3 days.
And on the next review, unfortunately, 3 guys in a bottle of bourbon is down to 2 guys in a bottle of bourbon.
2.5.
Story of my life.
That's 2.5 men. I already have a bottle, so I'm not going to buy another probably. So it's not to the stage of hunting where I'm going to buy a backup bottle. Definitely enjoying this one, and we'll look forward to their future releases. So I'll be looking forward to number 5 next year.
Yeah, and then for me, what I would do is I would definitely buy it if I saw it on the shelf, but I would wait and see some reviews or try a pour on it. But if it's a really good one, then I would hunt it. I think it's well worth the hunt if enough people that you trust have said it's really, really good. But as far as not, like, if nobody's reviewed it yet, you're not going to be disappointed if you buy it, but there's no reason to go crazy and try to hunt it at that point.
I mean, this is a 12-year MGP product, like you said. You'll pay much more for this type of product under a different label for the same quality of bourbon. So this one's on Fred Minnick's, one of his top whiskeys of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It was, I think, top whiskeys of the quarter for sure. And I have a bottle of the number 3 series, so last year's version of this. A little younger whiskey. In the 4th, if you see 4, that's definitely the one to buy over 3. Like the 4 is superior in all aspects, really.
So yeah, so thanks for watching another episode. And please, if you like the video, hit the thumbs up for us and definitely subscribe. We're going to keep doing this every week. So keep watching for more videos. Yeah, but a little bit more. We were talking about it, and so we're going to give you a little hint onto what kind of led to all of this, as far as 3 random guys getting together and drinking bourbon. So we've actually been doing, as far as the Zooming and everything like that, for about a year now. So we were pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID.
That is that is important.
Yeah, I mean, that should be our claim to fame, really, is we started Zooming and hanging out via Zoom or FaceTime before COVID happened.
Yeah, we were doing this before it was the cool thing to do.
Trend setters, if you will.
Yeah. So one thing that we do that legally we are not recommending, but so we realize that, we just don't get to spend near enough time together because of craziness of our lives and everything like that. But me living in Kentucky, I have access to bourbon and I needed a hobby. So I naturally just decided to buy lots of bourbon and learn to like it. And so naturally I needed some people to do that with me. So I started bottling up in these, I can grab one, these little sample bottles.
Because you're only an alcoholic if you drink alone.
Right, exactly. And, 3 guys, we're not going to just sit and Zoom and talk about feelings. Like, we're going to drink because then it's acceptable.
I try to talk about feelings sometimes, but get rejected. It hurts inside. We don't. I just bury it deep down.
That's when we make fun of Brian and tell him to drink more. But yeah, so we started shipping them out and everything. We started with, I think, 30. This puts us at like 130 there, Chuck, for Master of Records?
Yep, we're over 130.
Yeah, so we've now done this with 130. It's a great time to get together and just talk and hang out, and try new bourbons. Like there's nothing really that we're willing to say no to. Actually, we're more likely to say no to the really expensive stuff because we can't afford it. So if you're out there and you want to send us a bottle of really expensive stuff, we will gladly take it and review it, no problem. But yeah,
chug it and review it. In my case.
But yeah, we enjoy tasting everything, and even throwing in the lower value or the lower price stuff against the high price stuff. And
that's the stuff I send out. I send the low price stuff.
Yeah, when Brian sends something, we never know what we're gonna like. We can get flavored whiskey. We've gotten pecan flavored whiskey from him. We've gotten honey flavored whiskey from him. Yeah.
To be fair, we have gotten some good whiskey from Brian.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You got to mix it up. Keep them guessing.
So, but yeah, so it's just something that we do and we enjoy. So we may not be as experienced on our palates as other people out there, but we've got a little bit of street cred. We've tried 130 bourbons here, and we've only rated a couple pretty bad. Most are pretty good.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us on this journey. Like I said, hit the like button if you like it. We're really just doing this for fun and to hopefully help people make just kind of wise purchases as they start their bourbon collections.
Yeah, there's a lot of mistakes we made along the way that we would like to stop you from making, and just things we've learned along the way. So if you watch and enjoy it, great. If not, please still hit subscribe and help us out. All right. See you next week.
Cheers. You don't have to clap out.